What is up, guys? Welcome to Roll. Oh God, the cameras are not right. They're all fucked up. I'll fix these mid-show. I don't know. I don't know why they're all messed up. Did someone change their Skype name?
All right, that's it for this week.
And we'll see you guys next week. Jeff's still asleep. We're gonna go ahead and cancel the show. I'll just fix them here at the start of the show. I don't know why they're fucked up. Anyways, welcome to this week of Solum. We're off to a bumpy start. I don't even know what week it is.
Ooh, I'm the DM.
Yeah, you're the DM.
Nice.
Pretty standard, not knowing which week though.
Jen is Victorian. Neil, you're playing Tariq. And unfortunately for you, Jeff, you're playing Leah. I'm still Zanzel.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Let's find out what everyone's been up to this past week. Neil.
Well, Leah, you should carry the baby.
Neil, what have you been doing?
I have been getting completely absorbed in Intel this week, which has been ridiculously crazy on my side. Holy crap, it's been ridiculous. Yeah.
Speak to it. Why is it ridiculous? Oh, God.
I have just been getting hundreds and hundreds of tweets at me every minute with regards to this.
Oh, that's terrible. That sounds so bad.
I can't use my Twitter for anything right now.
Doing well in the challenge.
My fame is taken off to levels that I just wasn't prepared for.
No, it's great. It's insane. The people, the roleplay community has come out of the woodwork to back me on this, and it's just been...
Me and Ryan did our best today and supported you.
Indeed.
We saw that, Ryan. Everyone saw that.
Don't worry.
Yeah. No, it's getting so good that some of my opponents have come into my chat and they are now spamming us with, you guys are cheating, you're using bots, we hate you all.
Well, that's not your opponent, that's your opponent's fan.
Right? No, opponent's followers. Yeah. No, my opponents are great. We haven't actually chatted too much, but they all seem to be lovely folk. It's just a few randoms that are coming in and being dicks, but it's we're all taking it in stride. I'm very happy.
Cool.
Easy D&D game today, guys. DM's in the mood.
Just because you're happy and you don't feel like killing us?
Yeah, you guys want magic swords?
I already got one.
You know, if you can give me another one, so I'll just have 6 attacks per round.
Yeah, no problem. Jen, combat shovel?
Yeah.
If you were a dwarf, I'd give it to you, but you're not a dwarf anymore. I'm sorry.
Let me just kill Leah real quick. Be right back.
Done.
There
JP, you want anything?
No, I'm going to kill the baby at the start of the show, so we're good.
Cool.
Just
Sweet.
let it happen.
Yeah, I'll just let it happen.
Cool. Well, I also congrats on Honorbound Week 2. I was watching it earlier.
Thank you.
I guess I can't talk about the show because I can't spoil it. But congrats on killing what we did not in the one shot.
Yes, we've made it through 2 episodes without dying, although they were
Honorbound.
close.
What is that?
It is my new D&D campaign with my old school friends that I used to play with back in Santa Barbara.
Cool.
So
I didn't know you were doing that.
The 3 players have a total of 54 years of D&D experience together.
Jesus.
Yeah, and then we've got a brand new DM. So
it's a
lot of years, man.
It's a lot of years. We all know our D&D shit well, so we're having a great time with that.
Cool.
I ripped some guys' testicles off today.
Nice.
Well, sounds like you do have a lot
of experience. And then what did you do in the D&D show after that?
Well, it would be spoilers. I can't tell you.
I'm going to start a competing show that's made up of people that have negative 54 years experience.
So, did anyone bring their dice?
It's going to be me and Rod just plays the other 3 characters. And they're all named Rod because he doesn't give a fuck.
Watch that show.
We were doing the one shot and we're like, all right, Rod, what's your name? He's like, I don't know. Rod, I guess. And
I guess my name's
really?
Rod.
You came up with your own name. In a fantasy world where you could have any name, you gave yourself the name Rodney. All right.
That guy was hilarious, man. That was such a good one shot. I love that shit. That was a lot of fun. Cool. Ryan, what about you? Anything happened since Vigil? Since we killed off Neil today? It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, we did a little internet trolling in the meantime.
I was supporting I Capone.
Yeah,
Al Capone.
I Capone.
Al Capone.
I Capone.
No,
that's who we were supporting.
Oh, okay.
We were supporting.
Yeah.
So yeah, me and JP threw out some fake hashtags and to troll Neil, and also like mad people came out of the woodwork and we're like, no, Neil. And so like he got mad tweets out of that, but we were kind of having some fun.
You gotta be careful if you poke Al Capone, man. That guy's like the kingpin of Mexican streaming. He's got, it was so weird.
Right.
In our show, when
chat
Maggie was
going
judging,
crazy.
she like for 1 second mentioned something like semi-negative about him, and the chat was just like, "Racist or fuck you," and like just going. And we were like, "Whoa!"
No, we didn't poke him at all. We were like, shout outs to the real underdog in this tournament, and then like Al Capone, but the L was an I, so it wasn't like actual hashtag.
It was some legit trolling. It was
Right.
good.
It was fun.
pretty good.
I enjoyed it. We got a lot of people with that troll. I was happy.
Indeed.
Still getting people, actually, apparently.
That's what I've been up to, and honing my my battle royale skills, of course.
Well, honing just means you're dying every...
I watched some of that. That's pretty funny shit.
Yeah, he's
It's
pretty
fucking-
terrible, isn't
it's
he,
a
Jeff?
good game though, dude. Like it's a legit.
I watched when JP was playing with you. That was fun. JP
Yeah.
gets all this beast gear and then died 2 seconds later from like just a guy walked up and gatted you. You're like, I got everything. I'm gonna win. All right, fuck this.
Yeah, you haven't seen me when I'm salty. I get real salty in that game. Like, it's one of the few games that'll... Well, that's not true.
The
It's one of
few
the lot of
games?
games that'll get me
Yeah,
salty.
I was like, JP, you're actually
It's
kind
like
of
the
a rager,
opposite.
man. Huh?
It's like when you're not salty, that's one of the few games.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do get kind of ragey in that, but
But that's funny. That's entertaining. It's good.
it is. And I get real pissed off. Fuck you,
Weed's the
Malabad.
same way.
Yeah, he is. He is for sure. He is for sure. Cool. Well, that's what Ryan's been up to. Jeff, what's going on in your neck of the woods?
Been having a nice weekend. I did end up going to a Warhammer team barbecue where, unsurprisingly, we all just played Warhammer and ate barbecue food.
Nice.
And they were all like, "We'll bring our girlfriends." So I brought Anna. I was like, "I'll introduce you to Warhammer," which ended up being her for 8 hours just watching us play Warhammer. So, that she's a trooper about it, but
This
she
is
probably
great,
will
Jeff.
not be joining in the future. It was a lot of fun. Also, I'm surprised we haven't geeked out about this yet. If you haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy, you
Yeah.
have to go.
I've seen it
it's like-
twice, Jeff. That's how much
I haven't
of a nerd
seen
I
it
am.
yet.
I don't fault you
I've
for it.
missed out.
Yeah.
It's
didn't
like
see it
Inception.
yet.
It's one of the best movies of our. Hard to say of our time because there's a lot of fucking good movies and there's a lot to
Yeah.
come. So that's too big. But certainly in the last few years, it's one of the absolute best movies you can see. Funny, great action, great filming. It has that feeling of transporting you to a different universe that kind of Star Wars had and Firefly and stuff like that. Like I don't think I would put it on that level, obviously, but I would tell
Some
you that
people
it's just-
did, though. It's actually crazy.
Some people did, and I don't think they're completely insane. But it's just there's just not.
gotta give
you're
it a
not gonna
couple
find anyone that
years.
says this is a bad movie.
Yeah.
If there is someone that says it's a bad movie, then they're objectively a bad movie reviewer. Like,
Exactly. It's a little weird.
their
Like,
opinion is bad.
when my roommate, the most negative person in probably the known world, comes out of the movie and says, "I don't know how you can give that a bad score. It's a good fucking movie."
Yeah.
Like, I was super impressed that he actually said that.
Just gotta go. Fantastic movie. So we did that as well, and excited for this. And we got Swan Song tomorrow, and I'm actually home for a couple of weeks. The only gig I have coming up is I'll be at Sony Online Experience in Vegas, August 17th. So if you're a big Sony fan, like PlanetSide 2 and that kind of thing, you should show up. And then secretly, I get to lose giant wads of cash playing poker. So I'm really, really excited
Nice.
about that.
You got to tweet all your losses and your earnings.
Yeah, and that's usually
Or
it's
at least
in
just
reverse
text
order.
me.
Yeah, well, either way. What usually happens is I win a bunch, and I'm like, all right, by this math, in 3 hours, I should have about $5,000. What ends up happening? Okay, time to call it quits, otherwise I'll lose all my money. Let's get out of here. I go
want
up
to play
big, and then
poker
I
with you
just lose it.
sometime.
Yeah, it'd be fun, man. I
I'm
love
a big
poker.
poker fan.
Do you drink while you play poker, Jeff?
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
get like pissed drunk, but it's
It's part of
like
the
a couple
experience.
Bloody Marys and stuff like that. It's really fun. Loosens up. Yeah.
Cool. And we'll be doing Swan Song tomorrow with Jeff. Hopefully he won't sleep through that. So we give
I
him
will not.
enough shit already.
Yep.
I like how everyone in the chat now, just the constant joke is like, well, Jeff's asleep. We can't do
Yep.
Vigil. And it's like, guys, come on. That
What I
doesn't
was
make
laughing
sense.
about at the time is I'm not actually a napper. I don't take naps. Even as a kid, I did not like naps. My mom used to have to lock me in my room, and I would just like play G.I. Joes or something like that instead of napping. But I was so tired from Warhammer and the long weekend that I honestly didn't think I had anything to do. So I was like, I'll take a nap. But then because this happened, I'm like called out on it. It's like I sound like a lazy bum. Like, just napping on a Monday afternoon. Like, what the fuck? Like it is what it is.
It was funny. We were good. It was only funny after we found out that you were just
Yeah.
asleep. Because the rest of us were like, guys, Jeff, he's not on the computer. Like, what?
Yeah, I know.
And he
Could've
didn't
been
tweet
dead.
that he was going to see a movie. So
That's
What's-
it. Those are my options.
what's
Computer
really
movie.
going on here? Yeah. We're like, I don't know what Jeff is anymore after this, but But yeah, glad to find out you're all good, and we'll be playing tomorrow. Last but not least, Jen, all the way from Montreal. How's it going?
Hi. Doing well, doing well. Big week at work, but obviously cannot say why once again. Standard. But I'm repping the shirt because I don't know. I was
Of what you can't say why? Well, that
Rainbow 17.
working on some stuff that someday should come out soonish. Totally EG style announcement.
Oh,
and
thank you.
On other,
I'm the creator of that. Thank you, Jen.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing, right?
Yes.
The hype for the hype of an
Absolutely.
announcement. Yeah. Besides that, I got my hair done. I got a haircut, which I haven't had for like probably 8 months because I'm very busy and I keep pushing it back. Same for my hair color, so I had like my roots up to there. So
I was just thinking it looks longer than I've ever seen it. So it's actually shorter.
Girls do that though. They can cut their hair and it gets longer somehow.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
is girl physics. It can do that. but
girl physics.
I don't know.
Girl
well,
physics.
I mean, it's because it was like all equal length, and now it's like this
Yeah.
whole business happened, and I got it
Layering.
redder. It's redder to people questioning my color. And yeah, that's it. And I got to see my parents because when I get a haircut, I have to go to like Laval City and go to the remote areas, and it's fun. I got to see my parents. Yeah, that's it. Nothing big this week.
Except for work stuff.
Yeah, but I can't talk about it.
Can't
So
talk
instead,
about
we talk about my hair and my parents.
All right, cool. Well, that's what we've been up to, Neil. Let's talk about how we're going to kill this baby.
Well, last we left the party, you had gotten into a fight in the tavern's and the inn's bedroom.
It wasn't really a fight. Tariq just killed someone who was unarmed and had no reason to kill.
Well, before that, there was this whole this woman showed up out of nowhere,
Sure.
ran through Carla through with a knife, tried to take the baby, but you guys managed to keep her away. She kept disappearing and reappearing, and then disappeared with this zapping sound and a scent of acid or something kind of tartish in the air. You guys escaped from the room. Were stopped by the bouncer at the inn. You guys killed the bouncer at the
fuck,
inn.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's what-
Escaped, managed to
Just
flee.
retcon
As you got
that.
onto your horses, the innkeeper came back with the town guard. You guys got away and went out through the front gates, which you had to have the guards open for you.
And then we argued in the street about what to do. So that's where
we
we
were
are.
Yeah,
off
I mean,
in
you
the
argued-
woods, right?
Yeah, you went down the road for a little bit and then went into
Yeah.
the woods.
Well, not
and I-
street, the trail. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I bring up the map now, I believe you guys are in the woods still, right?
Yeah,
Something
we're
like
like down the road. I don't know how far we rode, but it was quite some time, I think.
Yeah, you guys are down the road outside of Mjolnir.
Okay,
Um,
so in the road, I'm going to say, look, I'll carry the baby for now. Let's get to a town. I'm a blacksmith. I'm going to make a goddamn armored baby backpack. And that's how we'll do this.
Sounds
Unless
good
anyone
to me.
has any better ideas.
I mean, you could carry it on the front if you want. I could design something for you.
To be honest, we're still going to need my spear, so I'll be still fighting, but I think the baby's safer on my back, right?
Well, maybe. I mean,
I like quickly pull out pen and parchment, which I carried around or I took it off of somebody or some shit. And I'm going to draw him up a picture of the baby backpack that I'm thinking of. And it's like literally a blanket swaddled inside of a metal, like
Casket?
Cocoon.
it looks like a cocoon. Yeah,
Cocoon,
exactly. It's not completely closed off though, obviously.
There's like a little lever hood that comes up on top
Yeah.
to keep the head on place, but then you can like
Yeah.
move it back and pull the baby out.
It's like a
Alright.
baby in a tank, and then it opens the hatch.
And as I'm talking about it, I pull out one of the boule shields, and I'm like, I even have this, or I could use some of the armor that we've got on that horse that we all forgot about for a while, but I'm gonna pretend we still have because that's the fucking way it's gonna go. We'll use this metal, and we'll make this baby safe. It's not ideal, but for right now, with Carla dead, may her soul forever fly in the skies with the stars and the wind leaves and the angels. This is the best I can think of.
Yeah, I can help improve that when we get to town. I'll
Very-
think
yeah.
of the ideas and we'll get it figured out. But we should
Sounds
definitely
good.
go.
Another thing that we could think of, which would be in addition to your suggestion, you're always talking about how you have so much money, Victorian, and maybe not enough to spend it on. Perhaps we could get sort of another Ron or somebody that could simply be tasked to guard the baby inside this metal casket.
Well, it's not a. We thought about that, and the idea there obviously is the trust issues, but
Right.
the baby
Yeah,
still needs
trust
to be
issues.
taken care of and fed. So on some level, that's going to have to be discussed. You're not completely out of the.
Right.
We're in a very awkward situation.
I mean, the metal thing will save it, but perhaps let's just say a scenario where you're carrying the baby, you
Right.
get shot off your horse, you fall and land right on the baby. You know, we can't have that happening. So I think a
agree.
dedicated person would be very helpful.
But again, there's problems with that too, right? That person betrays
Correct.
us, doesn't want to risk their entire life while all-powerful gods are chasing across the
Can
known
you
universe.
can you call out to your Templar friends? Is there anyone you can trust there?
How many miles away, Neil, are we from the Templar Order?
Oh, you are a long ways away from them.
Zanzel, it's unlikely.
Well, you can.
Do I
Considering
know
the
where
distance.
the Templar Order is? Like, have I ever been there?
You have not been there yourself. In fact, you know very little of them. This is the first Templar you've ever met. You may not. I don't think you know what they're talking about.
Question.
I don't think you've been involved in any of that.
With a scroll of teleportation, could I go there?
Yes.
Even if I haven't been?
So the way teleportation works is there is a chance to land appropriately that is related to how well you know the area. For example, if you want to teleport to your home, a place that you know very, very intimately, it's not a problem. If you want to teleport to a place that you can visually see, not a problem. But a place that you've a town that you walked through once, like 6 months ago, is going to be dangerous. A place that you've never heard of or never seen before is going to be dangerous as well. And the way that danger is expressed is with an error in the teleportation, where you might appear 50 feet above the ground or 100 feet above the ground or 4 feet below the ground, which would effectively kill you because you materialize in a solid substance.
Mm-hmm.
So you can teleport to other places. It's just difficult sometimes
Have I
if
been
you
to
don't know the area.
the Longbourn Kingdom?
No, of course not. You've never been near the front
That would
lines.
have been way too easy.
You now that I'm thinking about it, you would have had a colleague, as you would refer to them, that was working with the Templars before, but you yourself have never worked with them, and you know very little of them. Mostly what you just kind of chatted about with your friend, which you're not supposed to do too much, so it's very little information.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna ask Zenzel. Have you ever been to this place they're talking about?
Where's what the Templar lands?
Yeah.
No, I only know them through Tariq's talk of Templarness.
Do you have any means of teleportation?
No. I've messed with items and scrolls once upon a time, but never the proper spell.
By
What's
the way,
that scroll you gave me?
Don't know.
Zanzel, speaking of teleportation, when we battled with this, I guess Lady Felicity is her name, she was able to disappear and come back. Do you know anything of this?
Neil, what I know, I think I asked this when the fight was happening, but what I know of blink or phasing
Blink
or
is uncontrolled, but it might explain her actions. Maybe it seemed a little bit unusual. Usually, blink occurs at the start of someone's turn, and she was blinking she was disappearing, not on her turn. But that it could just be a different spell than you're used to, since your spells are. Since this is not quite the same place that you're used to where you learned your magic. So things might have just a little bit of difference here, or it could be something completely unusual.
So I explained that as Zanzel would to Victorian. I don't.
Look,
I don't know what it was.
I trust you, so you're the best with this kind of thing. But we're going to have more run-ins with her. I need you to kind of research, think, and theorize on what we can do about that because we seemed powerless against it.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's Lady Felicity. What do you expect? Haven't you heard all the things about
I kind
her?
of look over at Leia and I go, "Hi, it was Zanzel. I said I trust you. That we're still not sure."
How have you been feeling since you got hurt?
You just say that to me in response?
Yeah.
Since I've been hurt?
You got stabbed by something by Felicity, right?
No. I mean, I was damaged, but I had passed the poison check or whatever. It was wasn't it Ryan that took the actual damage from the poison?
Who took the poison damage?
I only marked damage, didn't mark. I don't think I took poison, if I recall.
Chad will tell us soon who's lying.
I'm pretty sure I did not take poison.
I'm joking.
I feel fine though, Leia. Thank you for asking.
Did you get hit by her dagger?
I don't know. It was a week ago.
Neil,
our last episode.
Who got hit by the dagger, Neil?
No one got hit by the dagger.
So why are you making whatever? Fine.
Everyone passed the poison.
All right. Well, watch out for the dagger, people. It's what she uses on her servants.
We'll call you the expert on advice dealing with daggers. Thank you, Leah. Look, we need to get to the next city. I got to make this armored cocoon thing. And also, Zanzel, we need to check out those items. I gave you a lot of money to figure out whether or not they're magical, and we need to do that.
Yeah, we got the pearls for... Yeah, we can do that in town. No problem.
Okay. So which town are we fleeing to, Neil, from?
That's a good question. Let me open
What city were we at?
We're at Mjolnir, right?
You were in Mjolnir. MJON or MJORNEER.
So next is Savadi.
Savadi.
Going to the west.
And go ahead, and then we'll go to Fjordenheim, Draxler.
Yeah.
These names got way out of hand, Neil. But okay.
Well, this is a. All their names are roughly Nordic in style.
Yeah, like Woodfield.
Yeah.
Well, you get far enough south, and then you come to a different region, which is not quite the same.
Oh, guys, we're in Norway. It's about 5 cities deep here, and Neil's American education. Norway's about this big on the map, so I think that's about
all that DM in a goodwill that you just had, gone. You guys are fucked. Dragons, acid rain.
Standard. Okay.
All right.
So yeah,
Yes.
we're fleeing to Savadi. I think it's the middle of the night or some shit. Anyways, dude. So
Yeah. Well, it just got to nighttime. You guys managed to get to Savadi near sunrise the next day.
Okay.
All right.
So we come galloping up on our horses. Is there what's the scene before us, kind of thing?
The scene before you is a medium-sized city with a big wall around it. The wall is kind of a reddish brick wall. It's not the wood walls that you've seen with previous cities, and it looks kind of old and dusty. The town is situated on the edge of the woods, and it looks like the woods are kept back from the edge of town by a good 300 feet. They stop fairly early, stop 300 feet away. Woods are cut and burned away from that point, giving you a nice flat and open area between the walls and the woods, giving you no cover. At the front gate, you notice the gate is already open, and there are 4 guards standing outside with pole arms and chainmail.
Worth mentioning, Neil, by the way, I have the baby cradled my arm underneath my cloak.
Okay, left arm or right arm?
My left arm.
Okay.
Are we still at a far enough? Like, are we super far? Are we super close?
You see this at about 300 feet when you break clear of the woods.
So we just see it, and now you let us do an action, right? Did we sleep since the encounter? Probably.
No.
No, we have not.
Really? We didn't.
We traveled all through night, remember? We just said
That's
that.
true.
Yeah. Let me just check out the range on one of my spells.
Wish I had coconuts.
5 yards
traveling?
per level. 5 yards per level times 5 levels. So 25.
25 yards, though, right?
Yeah. And how far did you say we were?
300 feet,
100 feet.
which is 75 yards.
Okay, so that won't work.
Something like that.
225,
Not quite that.
but yeah.
Don't ever
Alright.
trust numbers.
Well,
that
I mean, if you still have invisibility, Zenzel.
You know, I can't remember. I'm trying to as I scroll through this Skype conversation. Give me a second.
God, well, I need to stop. Or we need to stop ending on middle of night sessions, Daniel.
I was
This doesn't work.
I know which spells I still have.
Is this it? Yeah, I think we're good. All right. Yeah, I do, but it's only for me. It's only for me.
Ah, same for me. Shit.
All right.
I guess
So-
let's just go.
Exactly. So we gallop up to the guards, I guess. Good evening, guards.
good morning. You mean? They say.
Good morning. I'm all turned about.
Well, look where the sun's rising. That'll let you know what time
It's a
of day it
good
is.
place to start. Look, things in town pretty steady. We're just looking for a good place to lay low for a couple of days and rest.
Yeah, it's fine. You ain't bringing any trouble into town, are you?
Not unless you count my old lady who's pissed off about me skipping out. Trouble? No, of course
You
not.
with her? He says, nodding towards Leah.
No, that's my ugly cousin. I hate her.
Huh, I see. And these weapons and armor, you're not planning on using them in town, are you?
Of course not, friend. You know it's
Good.
just for protection on the road.
Good. Because we don't take kindly to troublemakers here.
Nope. Neither
All
do
right.
I.
You keep yourself aware. You stay out of trouble, he says, and lets you in.
Very good. We pull and I say, look, Leah, I don't actually hate you, and you're quite beautiful. I'm sorry for saying that, but it's just what came to mind. We need to get a room so that I can tuck this baby down and then get that armor built. Sound good?
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'll here. Give me those plans, and I like reach for them.
It's a cartoon drawing of a cocoon on my back. But yeah, I handed it over.
I
to
just look at this and I look back at you with a dead stare and look back and I just like tear it in half and I'll be like, I'll have some for you tomorrow morning.
Very good.
I pull Leah and Zanzel together and I said, do you have any way of discerning whether we could trust somebody or not? Is there some sort of spell we could use if we wanted to hire somebody that we could tell if they would be a better fit or if we could trust them or anything like that?
Or can
It's hard to
detect surface thoughts of people, but not deep thoughts, if that makes any sense.
But you're good at extracting information from people and reading people, aren't you? You're kind of a master spy.
Well, I mean, I could torture them or try to listen in on their
Yeah.
journey, but
Right. Well, we
I
wouldn't
could
want to torture
listen
them
in.
because then they wouldn't want to join us.
yeah.
But
You know, maybe a woman who recently lost her child, perhaps to the Verossi cause, would be a
Are you saying
sympathizer.
we should kill a baby?
No. As I said,
no, not at all. Not at all.
Oh,
recently lost
Zanzel.
her child.
Like, okay.
How
I'm
recently?
Just making sure that we're on the same page.
Look, why don't you guys work on that? I'm going to, like I said, bed the baby down, and then I'm going to sell some of this armor so that get the materials needed. And tomorrow we'll start construction on the cocoon.
I'll have the
We shall call
blueprints
it
for you.
Mecha. What are they called? What are the baby
I'll
carriages
think of
called?
a name.
No,
baby-
it's quite all right, actually. I'll name it.
Mecha Bjorn.
Not Bjorn. What
Mecha
is it?
Bjorn.
Papoose? What is it?
Papoose.
Papoose?
Mecha Papoose. Yes.
Mecha Papoose.
Mecha Papoose.
Indeed.
Or MPP.
While you're doing that and Zanzel's sort of drawing up the plans, Leah, if you want to go, we could head to the, I guess, Grieving Mothers Club that actually meets tonight. And we could perhaps find somebody, that would be a good fit for our party.
Sure.
Okay.
If anything, you could probably just find a good friend to talk
Right.
to.
This is really weird, you guys. I'm going to go to my room. I just walk off.
Okay. And everyone else, where do you all go?
I assume to the same inn
All right,
or
so you
whatever.
guys all go find an inn together.
Yeah.
The inn you find is called the Slobbering Werewolf.
Slobbering werewolf.
The
sounds
slumbering
like it.
widow.
The slobbering displacer beast.
It's called Carla's place. uh,
Carla's in.
I just pay for everyone's room. It's like what? How much gold for that?
Neal.
So you're paying for everyone or just yourself?
Everyone.
There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 of you now?
Yeah, because you killed Carla.
Yeah, and what's his face?
He was just saving us money.
Yeah. So 4 of you at 3 silver a night for food and lodging is 1 gold, 2 silver.
Okay, I give him that.
No. Yes, I can math.
As I I'm tucking in the baby Neal, and I've never been a father. I'm actually quite young. Victorian's kind of young. But I'm going to do my best to also change the baby. Should I take a dex check or a strength check, do you think?
I think it's
Constitution,
more of
probably.
a constitution check to get through the smell.
There it is. It's the mecha papoose. Okay.
It's not a
even
hard
rolled.
con check to make, but we need to see.
Yeah,
you do
well, if it's anything like my squirrel soup, this should be fantastic.
it.
20 D20 plus 14.
Yeah,
And
one
you have a face full of Judy diaper.
Just a second. The only thing I forgot was to be in roll 20.
It's all good.
Now, I think with babies, it's a 50-50 chance that the moment you open the diaper, you get pee in the face, right? Like in real life.
All right.
Yeah.
So, I think we have to
Constitution
roll for that.
14. Oh, Jesus. I even critted that.
Yeah, well, not a problem. You managed to wade through the smell, and you don't. What do you change the baby's diaper? You've never changed a baby's diaper before. You don't actually even know. Like you unwrap it, there's like this pile of poo.
Well, I actually had Carla's stuff on my horse, so I just use her stuff to change the baby.
Okay, so you find like a clean.
He
Yeah.
takes the tip of his spear and just like wipes it real quick.
Right. I just scrape it off the baby's bottom. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's pretty sensible. I take off the dirty garments and whatever we use to either clean or throw them out. I don't know what that process would be. I do that.
Usually,
and I-
Carla will then take dirty garments down to wherever the people wash their clothes and go wash them. So she'll
That's
take
what I'll have to do.
the poopy diapers. Yeah.
So I just replace it with the clean ones, and then I'll take those as I leave to go, do my shit. Literally.
Okay.
But how is the baby's demeanor and stuff? Is it like, this is actually, here we are at, 35 or something like that. This is our first time any of the cast has laid eyes on the baby.
The baby seems to be fairly happy. It's kind of like cooing and giving you big eyes.
Is it a healthy, happy-looking baby? Does it make a lot of sound?
It looks healthy. It looks fairly happy now that its diaper's getting changed.
Okay. Not quite a shirtless montage moment, but I want to offer it my finger to perhaps wrap its tiny hand around and have a
It
loving
does,
moment.
and then it draws your finger towards its mouth and starts sucking on it.
Okay. I'm a little bit weirded out, but I understand this to be normal.
Yep, totally a normal thing.
Okay, and then I guess I secure the baby. I'm going to fluff the bed up so that it can't roll off,
Mm-hmm.
I think, and then I'll put the blankets higher too, so it's kind of in this little baby arena of the bed.
Okay.
And we're going to put the other baby in, and they're going to do Mortal War.
Yeah,
Fight each
you
other.
tape knives to the tops of their heads.
Time to find out if he really is the
my
chosen
God,
one.
you guys.
Roleplay baby Solum.
Did you just ask about a cockfight between babies? I can't. Okay. And then I lock the door, and I'm going to head off to...
You haven't
It's
seen
terrible.
You haven't seen the
to clean the
Japanese baby
garments
cockfights
and,
yet, Jeff? They're crazy.
No. That part of the internet I've not been to.
I'm joking.
And then I'm going to go sell the armor and stuff.
Okay. Who goes with Victorian to sell armor?
I think they're all by themselves, or they're together.
I'm in the
Not by
room
themselves.
making up blueprints for this baby
Right.
Bjorn thing.
Okay. All right, so Victorian goes off by himself. How much armor do you have?
How much was that? It was.
We had like 5
yeah,
plate
it was like
mails.
4 or 5 quarter plates. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
three quarters.
We'll call it 4. We'll round down.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, there was 8 people that we killed. We had like 8.
Oh, it was those guys' armors. Yeah,
Which
so it's
guys?
the horsemen.
The guy in the town where you and
Oh,
Jeff
right,
argued
right,
for
right.
like 30 minutes.
Remember when we argued, we hated each other, and then
got over it right after.
Yeah. You stacked all of their armor together. Oh, so you've been carrying that with you for a while now.
not that long. One city before that, I think.
Yeah, we killed
Yeah,
those, and then
not-
we went to
not-
the next city.
Yeah, it was in Sholin. Yeah, I guess it's only been a city. Okay. Yeah, no worries. You have that with you. And you go to sell it.
So yeah, I go to the blacksmith. Do I find him just fine and stuff, or her?
Yeah, you find an armor smith who specializes in armor, who is pounding away at his forge outside. He's got 3 apprentices who are helping him with his tasks.
Good evening, friend. I have a business proposition for you.
He stands up, quelches his whatever he's working on, wipes the sweat off his brow, and looks at you and says, "All right, what's your business
I've got
proposition, sir?"
The mule horse behind me, I guess. I say, I have come across 8 sets of fairly well-kept plate mail, 3/4 plate mail. I would like to sell it to you on the cheap in exchange for your services and the materials perhaps from this armor in making something that will be, I'll show you the workings for it tomorrow, and possibly a little bit of gold on the side as well.
It's a complicated deal. What do you have in mind?
Look, I need to transport a small person, a tiny, tiny person. They're very important. They're the prince of a distant land, and I need them safe. I am their bodyguard. So I would like to build what I'm calling mecha papoose, which is a cocoon-like metal thing that'll go on my back. Needs to keep them safe, needs to hold the blanket to keep it comfortable. If I take a spill or an arrow to the back, it needs to protect them from that. And that's what I need. And then, of course, a little bit of gold, because 8 3/4 plate mail is quite valuable. More than just this job, I would imagine.
I see. And that's the armor, he says, nodding to your pack.
Yes, of course. You can, check it out for yourself.
He walks on over and starts looking through it all. Calls over one of his boys to help take a look through stuff. And after a few minutes, he comes back to you and says, "Okay, what exactly did you have in mind?"
Well, I described everything to you, so how much would you say you would do to commission that piece of equipment?
Well, I could get my boys started on it now. Probably take us a couple of weeks to get it done. Scratch his beard. I'd say 4 weeks, give or take another week or two. 3 to 6 weeks. We could have it done. In exchange for that armor, we can do it for that. Plus, I can give you 600 gold. How's that sound?
This sounds like a fine deal. How about I take 300 gold and you guys trim off a week or two? How's that sound? Is that doable?
No. It's not a matter
Excellent.
of money. It's a matter of time.
Excellent. This has been great doing business with you. 600 gold it is. The job's fine. I'll have the plans for you tomorrow, but like I said, you can start preparing the materials now just because, you know about what we need.
Yeah. Mind if I get you the gold tomorrow when you bring by the plans? I don't have that
Completely
much on
fine.
me right now.
Completely fine.
Gives you a nod and starts yelling commands at these 3 kids around him in a language you're not quite familiar with.
I empty off the horse and, the armor from the horse, and then mosey on to the stable or whatever.
All right. Anyone else in the party have any actions they want to take?
So, myself and Leah were going to sort of look for a vulnerable woman to kind of perhaps join us. Not vulnerable in that sense, but just anyway.
Emotionally vulnerable.
Yes.
Someone who's
This is gonna get interesting real fast.
Leah, as a master spy, I assume your perception of others' emotions are amazingly keen.
Yeah, I would say I have high perception.
Do you think the bar would be a good place for this, or?
We can go in and have a quick scan. I guess that's where sad people go, right?
Yeah, I think so. Let's go try there first.
All right. So we go to the bar, and then I use my perception to check for someone who looks sad.
like a sad woman.
Sad woman. Perception check.
What is
You know,
this show
I mean, if you
become?
spend like a few minutes in the bar, you don't even need to make a perception check. You can just walk through the bar and look for the sad women.
But like
Neil, I want to use my perception to do it faster.
sad in a specific way, though. You know, like
Like
I
a
lost my baby
grieving.
sad,
Yeah.
not I
ovary
just like
sad.
right.
They want ovary sadness. You know what I mean?
Ovary sad.
Then that's more of a charisma thing. That's a interpersonal
Oh.
skill. Perception is an objective, not subjective.
Let me see my charisma. It's decent.
All right, give me a charisma check to attempt to distinguish why this woman the sad woman you run across, is sad.
25.
25?
Yep.
Okay. You can tell that she has suffered some sort of personal loss.
Ah, there's one right
This
there.
is definitely an emotional, like, oh my god, something wrong has happened to me on a personal level.
This one over there. Look at her. She seems like she had a personal loss lately.
All right, so
Maybe
does she
you
have
should go
a drink
talk
in
to
front of
her.
her?
You should go talk to her. I'll see what I can do from afar.
Okay. Does she have a drink in front of her, Neil?
Yes, there
What
is a plate of half-eaten potatoes and broccoli, and there is what looks to be like a mug of ale. You
Okay.
can't really tell what's in it, but it's an ale mug. So
I will go and order 2 mugs of ale,
Mhm.
and then I will approach.
I have questions before we start.
ask away.
All about ESP. First,
ESPN.
can people perceive me using ESP on them if I'm like from behind or something?
What do you mean?
Well, can people feel the magic being applied to them?
Do people know that she is
Like-
tuning into ESPN as she's doing it? That's what she's asking.
Yeah.
Is Michael A. Smith in the bar or in her head?
Right.
I understand. A, B, C, D, E, F, P.
And actually, the second
What level spell is
question
ESP, Jen?
It's
ESPN.
level 2 spell.
It's a level 2 spell.
And
ESPN 2.
can you explain to me better what it does? Because it's quite unclear and I never used it.
When an ESP spell is used, the caster is able to detect the surface thoughts of any creatures in range, except for those of undead creatures those creatures without minds, as we know them. So you can read the surface thoughts of any creature. There is no saving throw. If it is used as part of a program of interrogation, an intelligent and wary subject receives an initial saving throw. If successful, the creature resists the spell and reveals no additional information. If the throw is failed, the caster may learn additional information according to the DM's ruling. Creature's wisdom. So basically, you use the spell on a person, and you can get a general idea of what they're thinking or feeling. If you're trying to interrogate a person, you can use this in conjunction with interrogation to get a little bit more information, but at that point they get a saving throw.
And do I need to see them in order for it to work?
Yes, I believe so. I'm double checking.
What if I've seen them before and then I leave?
No, I think you need to have line of sight to them. No, the range is 0. You need to touch them.
Really?
Range 0.
That's not.
Oh,
that's not hard.
That's fine.
But it
Just
says AOE 5
you
yards
just say
per
you want to
level?
come with me when I.
Why is
Oh,
it AOE
wait a minute.
5 yards per level? It makes
I
sense.
take it back. You cast it on yourself is what's happening, and then you could read the thoughts of anyone that you can see. I think.
Oh.
Cast it. No, actually, can
5 yards per level of AOE. That's what it says.
wizard employing the spell is pros
And
and
one round
thoughts
per
of one
level.
creature per round, getting simple instructions. All right, so if you
My
know
God.
roughly where she's sitting, so you can put it on an area, and whatever creatures in that area you'll get. So if you can't see her, you can try and put it where you think that she would be. But if you mess up, you might hit someone next to her or someone nearby her. But if it's something like, let's say there's a door and you're just like searching beyond the door, you can kind of move it around until you find someone, and then you can read their thoughts.
Alright, we have... It's fine. So, I'm gonna go up to... Because we're in a bar, there must be rooms upstairs.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go up to a room. I'll go in it for a sec. I'll make sure it's empty. And I will cast it from there. Doors closed, where she was standing when I came into the bar.
Do the rooms have ESPN, Neil? Actually, the more I think about it, like
Yeah, totally.
Oh, I'm adding...
Okay.
It's on every channel.
Yeah.
Da-na-na, da-na-na.
Family Guy's probably on in
It's
there too.
1, 2, 3, 4, and channel 3.
So I'll cast it from a place where I don't feel people can see me. If there's a window, I would check through the window first to see if people are staring at me.
To the wall.
And when I see nobody's looking, I'm going to cast ESPN downstairs on the location she was standing at. And then if I need to go touch her, I will go touch her. If I don't, I'll just start trying to listen in to what she's thinking for 5 rounds.
Okay. So you are going to try and ESP.
And
And I immediately approach and I'm like, so how about them Carolina Panthers? So she's now susceptible to sports talk.
So you are putting the ESP where you saw her last. Okay. That's
Yeah.
fine. And who's talking to her at this point in time?
right.
I go to the bar, I grab 2, you said she's drinking a mug of ale, so I
Right.
grab 2 mugs of ale and then I approach her.
All right. Throw down 4 copper for the ale.
Okay.
And she does. As you approach her, she does not look up at you.
I sit down at the stool next to her, or the seat, or whatever it is, and I kind of gently slide the ale over to her, and I say, "Looks like you're having a rough night."
Morning. But yeah.
More, yes. I'm all turned around. Yes, rough morning.
It's contagious.
So what's going on ESPN, Neil?
You are still getting into position.
Okay.
Tariq didn't have to go upstairs and do all the shit that you did, so he gets a few minutes of talking to her
Okay.
alone.
My name is Tariq.
Tariq, it's nice to meet you. My name is Esmeralda.
Esmeralda. That is a lovely name. Esmeralda, I know we've never met, but when I see somebody in great despair like it appears like you are, my heart just reaches out to you and I want to help. What is wrong, Esmeralda?
Give me a charisma check.
It's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Get it? Yeah, he's like, isn't he like a 17 or some shit? No, that was just the hotness, I
That's
guess.
yeah. My charisma's
He's
quite
10
low.
Charisma.
Oh,
He's
somehow-
actually playing very well to his charisma.
Oh,
15 charisma check.
but he's good looking.
But he's good looking.
Indeed,
Add
yes.
the
Super good
17
looking.
hotness in there.
She looks over. Tariq, I don't really want to talk. Do you want to come upstairs with me?
Ah! Don't you move.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So much better
Wait,
when
wait.
Neil,
First,
Neil
time
role
out.
plays
First,
the girls.
roll her hotness first. Please roll.
12.
Above average.
Leah's hotter. Just saying.
Yeah. This is what happens when attractive men with no personality approach distraught characters. I should say no personality, but who roll low on their charisma checks. It's the better way of
Alright,
phrasing it.
You know what? I go through with it.
Okay. Leah, you don't actually get any thoughts from your ESP. You're upstairs like, okay, searching. There's no one there. What the hell? So then, as you said before, you'll go downstairs and touch her if you have to. You go downstairs, and as you start walking down the stairwell, you see Tariq following behind the woman up the stairwell.
If I get them back in the zone, would I be able to read?
What's the duration of the spell?
Oh, we're in the
5
zone.
rounds.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
But from my perception, am I perceiving that they're gonna go have sex?
You see them walking upstairs together. You can make whatever inferences your character should make from that.
All right. Well, while he's like walking next to me, I'm like, Tariq, what's going on?
Tariq, you know this woman? She says.
Yes, I do. She's a friend of mine. I guess she's.
The woman doesn't stop. She keeps walking up to the bedroom.
I just do the whole like, give me some time.
Hmm. Then I go downstairs and I grab.
Give me like.
I
30
bet they
30
left
seconds.
their drinks
Give
there.
me, give me at
Neil.
least a solid 2.5 minutes.
Did they leave their drinks there?
Yes, their drinks and her
All right.
plate of
I
food
go
are there.
I go sit there and I start drinking their drinks.
Okay. Tariq,
Mm-hmm.
give me 2 Constitution checks.
Okay.
First one for fun, second one for serious.
Okay, this first one is for the fun. How much fun are we having? A 36?
No, you got to put the R,
okay.
the D. I mean, the
Ryan,
D.
stop.
You always got to
I
include
know-
the D when you do the Constitution check.
Yeah, always include the D. I forgot the D.
I know it's in the script. and
27.
everything.
All right.
Still pretty good.
Above average. And then
And
this
for
is
seriousness,
22.
Ooh,
Okay.
shooting blanks.
Yeah, kind of low.
no,
All right.
anything like 21 or above is not shooting blanks.
Excellent. Shooting
Alright,
weak
so-
swimmers.
Then in the aftermath, the pillow talk, if you will.
Sure.
I say, so what was troubling you down there?
Down there.
Phrasing.
My
Sorry.
boyfriend left me.
Your boyfriend left you, man. That
Yeah.
is terrible. Well, what are you gonna do now?
She gets up, starts getting dressed, and says, "Well, feel a whole lot better after this.
Yeah.
See you later, buddy." Finishes putting on her clothes and just walks out of the room on you, leaving you
Alright.
feeling used and worthless behind.
Take a system shock check to see if your heart actually breaks.
Yet satisfied.
Sure.
Okay. Well, that didn't go as planned.
Or did it?
I mean, it worked out all right, but
And can I get
was
a
not-
poison save as well?
a poison save.
Oh,
Just kidding.
that would have been glorious.
And she had a poisoned vagina. You're dead.
She was actually a succubus. You are dead.
Yeah, you have the clap now. It's more
All right.
There you go.
So I go back down to. Did she completely leave the bar? I exit
I mean,
shortly thereafter.
By the time you manage to get all your armor back on, everything, she is out of the bar. Leia, you see her come downstairs. Her hair a little bit messy. She's like running her hands through as she gets down to the bottom of the staircase.
Hey, good afternoon.
She gives you a look, just kind of glances at your way, and then starts making for the front door.
I don't do anything of it. I'm like,
Okay. Eventually, Freak comes downstairs, and the two of you are reunited.
so, how did it go?
Leah, you know, I thoroughly interrogated her, and I've come to the conclusion that that one probably wouldn't have made a good mother for the chosen one. Probably not.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna have to look elsewhere.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you
well,
guys-
as soon as I
you're-
saw her going upstairs with you, I could have told that she was not going to be a good mother.
Well, you know, I was hoping that she had just maybe lost a child or lost a job. Either of those would be amazing, but was not the case.
We'll find another.
Yeah. Do we see any other sad women in the bar who look even more sad than that girl? Like, even beyond lost a boyfriend sad.
Okay, you guys keep searching around for a while, and eventually you come across a woman who is openly crying and railing against the powers that be for taking her daughter away from her. And at that point, JP, I believe it is time to break.
Sounds good. Yeah, we can take our first break of the show. We got 3 hours left, so don't go anywhere. We got more RollPlay Solum coming up right after this. We'll see you guys then.